What's up, guys? Jamie Grace here. Welcome to this space. I wanted to play you guys or share with you guys how I wrote and produced my song Dream Big. My goal of this video is to make a totally unedited video. I know that some people are, staying at home a lot. There's a lot going on, and I just want to bring some fun and randomness and joy to your lives. And so hopefully that's what this video does. If not, super awkward that you kept watching. So yeah, I'm gonna play you guys a little bit of the song Dream Big. Just in case you've never heard it before, this is like what the song sounds like. Wow. She's hollering at us all. Okay, let's try that again.
I'm gonna tell you what I gotta do to make my dreams come true. Work hard, pray more, dream big.
So yeah, that's it. That's technically mixed and mastered, but also those are the stems that I just dropped into another Logic file, and so they're not actually mixed, if that makes sense. It's okay, we don't have to get into that. So I didn't mix and master the song. What I did, I wrote it and I produced it, and I spent and engineered it, I guess you would say as well, and spent a bajillion emails back and forth with my buddy Dibs, who did mix and master it to get it exactly how I wanted it and exactly how it would make sense. And so I'm really happy that he was able to make that happen. I think it's a fun song. So one thing that I wanted to, I meant to tell you guys also, because I'm uploading this on Sunday, March 15th, and that is the only day that, it's actually the last day of our winter sale at 91 by Jamie Grace. So if you want this sweatshirt for only $22, March 15th, and there's a limited stock, so make sure you buy it today. You can also buy it tomorrow, but it won't be the same sale. So yeah, one thing that I really like in music is pretty popular. I've just never done it in a song, is like or at least that I produced. I'm not positive if other producers have put it in my music. I don't think so. But like the little bouncy keys. And so I have like this little MIDI keyboard down here. You can't see it because this is one of those discs that does like I can't remember what they're called. But it's by Autonomous. Thanks, guys. But it's one of these discs. And so it's usually like there we go. It's usually like down here, but I wanted well, let me turn this up so you guys can hear like I wanted that like bounce. It's hard to play the piano that's so far down. So I wanted it to have that bounce. So that was like the first thing that I remember implementing. And it just, for me, it just felt like once it hits however many bars that is in the beginning, it just felt like it needed a beat so bad, and I wanted it to be really fun. So what I did is, and you can't, see the fullness of this because my computer's like over here. There we go. Yeah, so zoomed in, so detailed. So what I did is with the beat, I just took like this hi-hat sound and I chopped it up and I just made it like right one after the other. You can tell that I'm like hardcore self-taught because I'm not making sense to other producers that will probably watch this and be like, what is she talking about? But I wanted the hi-hat to be like really, 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 really tight. So that's like how tight it is right there. Like this is literally from like one small bar and it's like a bunch of hi-hats. Like this is what it sounds like if I just like repeat just the hi-hat sound by itself. I really wanted it to have that sound, and then I wanted the clap to just, there's not like, I'm gonna extend that length a little bit. The clap is just like 3 little claps, like. And then the next thing that I added before I actually added the kick snare, or it says kick and snare, before I added the kick and then another like snare sound, was this. So that was just me going up to the mic, this mic actually, just going whoop, 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 just a bunch of times, and just editing it and adding some filter to it to make it sound less vocally, a little more electronic. I know some people feel some type of way about wanting things to sound electronic when you're like a musician. I mean, my job is to sing and write and play guitar, and so people are like, oh, that doesn't make sense that you would kind of want electronic drums and more of electronic sound. I think both are super awesome. I think I'm in the minority in that because I think people are usually like, no, only raw drums, no filters, no plugins. Or people are like, electronic music, it's the future. I like to do both of them. I started off playing drums. That's my first instrument. But I also really like the drum sounds that a computer can make. So whatever. Anyway, so I put that clap and that vocal sound, I put them on the same like beat or whatever. Then I added some kick and snare, which is like really simple stuff. It's just so it's. I made that face because that was really loud, and I just like heard this like whole thing of Tic Tacs over here, like, and so there's that. I've been wanting to do this video for you guys, but it's hard to time this video with my daughter's naps, and so I don't want to like wake her up doing this. So she's at my parents' house today, so I was like, oh, I can do this video for you guys. So that's literally the drums. I don't think there's much more that gets added. It just I think a lot of people don't like to, a lot of producers don't like to have the same drum part through a whole song, and I like to mix it up. I think that's a really good idea. But what I also like to do is, if I am doing a song where it has like similar drum patterns through the whole thing, I just take certain parts out. So like, I don't know if you guys can see in this really zoomed up, this amazing laptop shot that you guys have. Oh my gosh, I'm the greatest YouTuber. There's like this little gap right here, and that's the gap of the hi-hat. So, I just take stuff out and put it back later. That's more of my method for a lot of the stuff that I make. So yeah, there's that stuff, and there's the keys. Then there's, which we already talked about. Then the next thing that I added was just kind of like, just a line that is, I think it's only in the verses and the end of the song. We don't have to figure that out right now. But it's, yeah, so it's like, well, I'll just play it for you first. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I don't know how loud it is. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. So that I randomly just wrote. Melodies are, if I have a strength when it comes to songwriting, I would say, when it comes to like the musical side of things, I would definitely say melodies. It's just, sometimes I write melodies that are terrible because I'm human, but sometimes I write melodies that I think are pretty catchy. And so that was one that I was pretty proud of. It has like a dulcimer sound to it, which I grew up with my mom having a dulcimer that we always played with. And so I wanted it to kind of have, I wanted this song to kind of have like a toy sounding vibe. You know, like when Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, they get together and they all have the kid instruments. Oh, I love that, because when you think of dreams, you think of kids just being so like, just their dreams are so pure. Kids don't think like, oh, I have a dream of wanting to do this, but it's not possible the way that we as adults might often think. And so it was really important to me to kind of have some like kids sounding vibes. Even like the piano, I wanted to have more toy piano sound than Rhodes. And I like my music to kind of sound young and youthful, but I like the lyrics to hit in a different way. Even if people don't always get my analogies and references, I'm like, well, I know it's deep. So there's that. And then I just did the same line, but with a different sound. So electronic bass, guys. And again, none of this stuff is mixed and mastered. This is just all raw sounding. So then the two of those together makes... So there's that. And then the only other thing in the song, that's literally it, besides vocals, the only other thing in the song, so the end of this, let me see what this is. I don't even remember that. When it gets to the third verse. Oh yeah, top of the woods till I played my new album for a couple labels. Check my email, come refreshing. So it's emotions, it's feelings. Fun fact, before I did this, I actually had in the song where I'd be like, all right guys, it's gonna get sad real quick because it's a pop song. And then I was like, okay, so I took that out. It might go in another song though. Then the last thing that I did, I hired a guitar player. I'm blanking right now on his name. I want to say that it's Alex, but I'm gonna put it in the description because he's a really talented dude. So I hired a guitar player to play this next part, but I sang him the melody that I wanted. I wish I still had that, but I'm not positive I still have it. I sang him the melodies that I wanted, and then he kind of just, did some playing around and stuff, and I was really happy because he records using one of these on his amp, and it's one of my favorite microphones. So this is what he did during the verses. Just really kind of almost like a palm mute situation, and then there's this. So I wanted him to duplicate that same sound. chorus, and it's do to make my dreams come true. Work hard, pray more, dream big. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, so that was really fun, like hearing my like vocal stuff like come to life. Never mind. I was gonna say something positive, but then I was worried about how it might be perceived, so it wasn't even about this. It was about something from like 7 years ago, but whatever. So there's that. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about. But that's the most guitar part. And then, then I did ask him for the bridge. I was like, bruh, I need feelings and emotion for this bridge. Fell on top of the world till I played my new album for a couple labels. To check my email, kept refreshing, kept scrolling up till I realized the silence spoke louder than words. But you work hard and you keep on investing in. Yeah, that third verse is one of my favorite things I've ever written because it's so vulnerable, it's so real. A lot of people ask me, like, what does it mean? Like, what's the analogy? If there is no deep story to that. I was an independent artist and I played my new album for a couple labels. Like, I went all around Nashville and played my music for labels and they never called me back. And so, it was tough. And even, the last video that I posted, it's a spoken word piece called Black Girls Can't Rap. And, that was a while ago in my life. I won't say what year, but someone told me that black girls can't rap. A white guy did, which just threw me off. Someone that I really, admired. And I was just confused because I'm like, what do you mean? He was saying that it was kind of intimidating to my audience because of the color of my skin. Whereas if I was white, it wouldn't feel intimidating. And that was hard, man. And it's like, I never wanted to like be a rapper per se. Like, I get that I'm from the east of Atlanta, but like I've never been like, yeah, I'm a rapper. It's just something that I've always enjoyed because I grew up listening to Cross Movement and T-Bone. And so I just wanted to play around with it. I just wanted to be able to make music like this and not so much say, radio better play it, but just make it for fun because that's why I create. And I was told I couldn't do that. And so now, like, I don't know, that's kind of why I made this song. It was just like, for me, it's like, I need to learn how to dream again. Like, take away the stuff that when people made you feel like you didn't matter. When record labels said you weren't good enough, or when they literally said nothing, when they didn't even email you back and say no, they just never emailed you back. And take away that pain that you felt when, someone that you thought had your best interest could look at you and say, well, you're black, so you can't rap. And yeah, like take all that pain and let's forgiveness, bruh. Let's let that go. Let's give that to God and let's focus on the dreams for now and not holding on to the past. And so that's what this song is about for me. It's just about like remembering who I've always been. That's why the song talks about like when I was 16 and 17 years old, like how I literally would do shows for free pizza. Like there was this one pizza place, I wish I could remember the name. I want to say it's called Oz Pizza, I'm not positive. My sister and I went to school in East Point, Georgia, college. And man, I remember like we used to go and play and they would give us a couple free slices of pizza and we'd have our guitar cases popped open. And it's like, I want to get back to that. Like I get that some artists, some people see that as failing. I don't see that as failing. I see that as working hard and praying more and dreaming big and believing that music is more than making money. Music is more than how successful you are on charts. Music is about wanting to be in rooms with people that need to feel loved and that need to be reminded of their purpose and that are trying to find their own voice and using your voice to invest in them. So that's honestly what this song is about. So once I added this track, I can't remember what exactly was done in time except for everything I had to share with you, but during that, with the building of the music, if you see what I'm trying to say, I was writing the lyrics at the same time, and I don't remember if it was like, oh, I wrote the dulcimer part, then the second verse. It was a lot going on. And so that's what's up with that. And so I added the verses, which it's my unedited vocal, guys, so I haven't heard this in a hot minute. So I added the vocal,
I'm gonna tell you what I gotta do.
I wanted to start it off kind of a cappella because like literally it's just a few seconds of a cappella. I love a cappella so much. I grew up listening to a lot of a cappella music. I grew up listening to a lot of music that was based on like harmonies and stuff like Southern gospel. And so like feel like Bill Gaither would be proud of the song. And Mahalia Jackson would love it. So, yeah, so I did, sorry, I'm really ADHD and I'm trying to make sure I didn't like forget to tell you guys something. So I recorded all of that. I did do some comping, which is where, so like you can see this, and I have no like shame in showing this. Some people don't want to show you this stuff, but like I think it's cool. So like these are 6 different takes, all these little sections, and I don't think you can see that some of it's blue and some of it's gray. But the blue parts are the parts I picked, and the gray parts are the parts that were terrible in my personal opinion, or just the parts that didn't make sense. And so oh, I got a text from my sister. Oh man. Okay. We're just looking at all the things that are being canceled, and our minds are blown, and we're just trying to stay mindful and safe and just prayed up. Yeah, so I comped all this vocal, and then I, this is fun, in my opinion, meaning it's probably lame. But then I did, for the end of the song, I did work hard, pray more, dream big, as like a gang vocal, and we ended up, so I was the only person at home when I was recording. The only time that I ask, like, that I try to, like, make sure that the baby's not making noises when I'm recording. I don't want her life to be limited to, you know, especially if she's, like, homeschooled and she's at home all the time. I don't want her life to be limited to, oh, I have to be quiet because mom's working on music, mom's writing music, mom's cooking dinner, whatever. I'm like, no, if I'm recording, that's the only time that I need quiet. So I was the only one at home. Aaron took the baby out, and I recorded this here, so.
Work hard, pray more, dream big. Work hard, pray more, dream big.
That's so off-key. I was trying to make myself sound like a different person every time.
Work hard, pray more, dream big.
That's my, like, fun voice. This is my, like...
Work hard, pray more, dream big.
That's my, like, cheesy voice. Like, work hard. And then...
Work hard, pray more, dream big. Work hard, pray more, dream big.
I think that's a guy voice. Like, work hard. That's terrible.
Work hard, pray more, dream big.
That's just whatever. And then there's the last one, which is...
Work hard.
Wow, way to yell at everybody. Okay, so we're just going to skip that one. And then I did some background vocals. I just did some ad-libbing, which is where I just record the song for however long I want to. And then, for however long, and then I just record a bunch of background vocals. So I just did, like...
Ooh, alright. Oh, yeah. Alright. Ooh. Dream big.
And then I wanted to keep the guitar in that little, okay. I gotta play you guys that part because that was a decision that I made that I was actually pretty proud of. So I'm gonna play you guys this version a little bit more mixed and mastered because again, these are the stems, so it won't be perfectly mixed, but
Oh, yeah. Dream big.
so yeah, 2 decisions. Last thing I'll leave you on are 2 production decisions that I made. I made more than 2, obviously. I produced a song. But 2 production decisions that I made that I was very proud of. So, the last one is the end of the song, and then I put a tag at the end. And I let the guitar keep playing.
Work hard, pray more, dream big.
Put my gang vocal in there. And then bring that. I was really proud of that. So I still am. And then the other thing that I was really proud of is just making the choice to be weird. I am so goofy and dorky and awkward. And when I say that stuff about myself, people are like, don't say that about yourself. It's a compliment to me. I spent my whole life being so different and being so embarrassed and humiliated and bullied because I was so different, that I'm so proud that in my adulthood I'm learning to embrace the things that make me different. And so I wanted to do weird stuff in this song, and so I did. It might not even be that weird to you guys, maybe you're weird too, and which is great.
Your dreams come true.
So this is the
pray more, no, we oughta stop here. Tell you what, we
so this is the end of the end of the down chorus,
dream big.
and this goes into the chorus.
I gotta tell you what I do.
So I know that's so random, but it's just I'm gonna tell you what I gotta do. I don't know why I just repeated it now. And you literally just okay. But yeah, that was just important to me to just keep some quirkiness in it, keep some weirdness in it. My sister actually told me to do this. I have this binder that I write a lot of my lyrics in. And what am I looking for right now? I don't see what I'm looking for. Never mind. But I have this binder that I write a lot of my lyrics in, and my sister told me to do this. She said, you need to go on the internet, you need to get yourself a binder, because I love Amazon shopping, and write "Keep Jamie Weird" on it. And I did that, and then I did all the stuff that, you know, reminded me of when I was out in public, I always felt the need to feel normal, try to be normal. Like when I was like with other kids or, you know, playing on the playground, I was like, okay, be normal so you can fit in, so they'll like you. I didn't do a great job at it, but I tried. But when I was at home, I didn't feel the need to pretend to be normal. And now that I'm an adult, I don't believe there's a such thing as normal, but I'm just saying by the world standards of normal. It's like kids would tell me that I talk too much and my clothes were, you know, I used to wear like Little House on the Prairie dresses when everybody else was in like jeans and t-shirts. And so I was just a quirky kid, right? But at home, I was just in this world of creativity. And it's like, it was a safe place because of my parents and my sisters. So I had like all my Lisa Frank stickers and all my little drawings that I would do and all that kind of stuff. So I was not good at drawing at all, but I enjoyed it. And so I got this binder to remind myself to keep Jamie weird. And even if it's just small little subtle stuff in the background, what do you guys call them when you guys go and like hardcore deep dive in like a BTS or T-Swizzle music video, Easter eggs or something, even if they're just like little things that nobody else will notice. If I just take the bass line out and put a kazoo for 2 seconds, I'm like, yeah, that's what I want, bro. I want stuff that maybe nobody else will know it, but it's me. It's me being myself, just embracing what makes me different. And that I think is the most important thing that any of us can do. So yeah, I hope you guys like this song, Dream Big. If you don't like it, whoa, what a way to spend your day. God bless you. But thanks so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Click on the screen to subscribe, to check out more videos. Again, if you're watching this on Sunday, March 15th, this is the only day to get this sweatshirt, this pullover for only $22. It's 20% off of its regular price, 91 by Jamie Grace. Also, yeah, I'm just going to be making videos for you guys today. And, you know, real talk, there's a lot going on in the world. I'm not about to be talking about it. And if comments, you guys want to go deep into like, you know, conspiracies and medical opinions, you know, they're going to get removed. There's places for that. But I do want to let you guys know to just stay safe, be smart, wash your hands. Listen to some Doc Mix stuff and some Barney. They sing lots of songs about being healthy and washing your hands, and you know, it might be good for a lot of us. So thanks for watching this video. Love you much. Talk to you soon. Miss you already. Okay, bye. All right, guys, what's up? So I just finished filming and I totally forgot to mention this because I know some of you guys might ask. So the microphone that you saw on my Shure is not the microphone that I recorded my lead vocals on. I do have this Neumann here, and this is what I record my lead vocals on. So I just wanted to add that little tidbit because I felt like it might be helpful. Okay, bye.